Can I just read out this quote to you? For too long, the needs of the motorized vehicles have been prioritized over the needs of the people, and this must change. Still believe that there isn't a war on motorists? Who said this and why? I'll tell you everything right after this.
A brown car guy. Brown car guy.
Right, so can you believe this? Birmingham City Council has, well, it's gone off the deep end with their new transport plan, I'm afraid to say. Basically, they have declared war on the motorists. So what's the big plan? Well, rip up thousands of car park spaces. That's right, and I'm talking thousands. Why? Well, essentially to manage demand for petrol and diesel cars. But they're not just targeting the 94% of us that drive petrol or diesel cars. This will hit everyone, even those with electric cars, because all cars need to park. And what's actually been going on, in fact, it's been going on apparently since 2012. Birmingham has already lost about 2,500 council-owned parking spaces each year. And now they're planning to escalate this by reviewing all parking provisions in the city centre. What does that mean for us? Fewer places to park, more headaches for daily commuters, and a nightmare for tourists and shoppers, etc. The council wants to use the existing car parks for more productive use, like building new housing estates. Sure, housing is important, but where are those new residents going to park and use their cars, huh? And where does that leave the drivers who need to go to the city? Circling the block for hours looking for a spot? Actually, forget that, because to add insult to injury, free parking on the outskirts of the city centre, but within the A4540 ring road, that too has been axed, or will be axed. Their grand plan rests on 4 tests: the number of parking spaces, how long they're available, who can use them, and how much it'll cost. Basically, they want to make parking so inconvenient and expensive that we're forced to ditch our cars. It's like squeezing residents out of their own city, basically, is what they're trying to do. And the reasoning behind all of this is to make the streets more hospitable to the people. Look, I get it. Nobody wants congested, unhealthy city streets. But then the question arises, how will the people get there? Sure, public transport, but sometimes for some people in some circumstances, using a car is a must. So what are you trying to do here? Turn the city into a ghost town? I've got to be honest, I'm not really that familiar with Birmingham. I'm a Londoner. So I may be completely off on the dynamics of how this is supposed to work. And frankly, I'm not really against the idea or the concept of pedestrianization of the very city centers and town villages and stuff like that. But when you have large cities where residents from the outskirts and outside, they need to come in there for work or for leisure or for shopping, then you kind of need 2 things. One, you need the excellent public transport connectivity to make sure that people can easily get in and out, but you need parking facilities, either within walking distance of that city centre or certainly within walking distance of those external stations so that people can use their car at least to get part of the way. But you know, there has to be a balance, not extreme measures that just appear to penalize car owners. I mean, if not for anything else, then for the economic and financial viability of those city centres, in terms of commerce and business and leisure, etc. I just worry that, for the sake of seemingly ticking boxes, there's a risk here of not just disregarding the needs of thousands of residents and visitors who depend on their cars, but also allowing vibrant city centres to stagnate until there's only tumbleweed rolling along what used to be roads. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Brown car guy.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please hit the like button and share this video as well if you can. And while you're at it, check out these guys who also sponsor my content. I am deeply grateful to them because it helps me to buy new equipment, put fuel in the cars, and yes, buy a cup of coffee. You can do the same. Just go here or right here on YouTube. Just hit these 3 little dots down here and click on thanks. Make sure you're signed in first. My content is free, but this is how you can help me keep it that way. I may even send you a gift. Oh, by the way, watch this next.